want to be tackling. It was a great night. You want to expand on how that you got there? I'm sure you'll continue to do it.
Well, we just, again, in coaching, you make bad calls, you make good calls, you make poor judgments, you don't plan. You think you're doing what's right all the time. In your heart, you do that. But, with the injuries that we had incurred and knowing we had to play, 10 straight games, we backed off on some of the physical aspects of practice, tackling, being cut back a decent amount. And last week just made a decision we've got to focus on that because we still missed, I believe, 11 tackles. Now, some of it had to do with them. They got some good players, but our fundamentals were a lot better. We were on our feet, our heads up, and we were much better. But hopefully it's because we put an emphasis on it. And I did think, though, too, not just putting the emphasis on tackling, but on playing passion and running to the football and doing pursuit drills every day. We ran to the football like we've been known to do.
We saw the quarterback rate option a little bit more in this past game. Do you think that opened it up for the running game?
It helps. Again, those are not called deals. Those are post-snap reads that we have. And it's going to make them, obviously it's an extra gap that they have to defend, which helps in the tailback runs also for sure.
For whatever reason, it was kind of obvious that Texas A&M's quarterback, Kyle Allen, was really struggling. Do you think that had to do with your defense, or are you worried about maybe a false sense of security that he was just having a bad day? I mean, do you work at managing emotions a little bit with that?
No, not really. We, if you watch the tape closely, there were 2 opportunities for them to have explosive plays that they didn't make, and the rest of the time I thought we were in pretty good position. There's a lot of times I didn't think there was anywhere to throw the football. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about a false sense of being overconfident. I want us to be confident, and I want us to feel good about who we are. I think we play better when we're that way. Is it false or real? I don't know, but I want us to feel confident. So I'll take it. I'll take that as opposed to the other side.
Coach, congratulations on a huge win, but tell us the difference between Laramie not playing in Memphis versus playing against A&M. Did it make a big difference in our offensive line?
Well, yeah, Laramie, he's arguably maybe the best tackle in America, so you're playing against defensive ends like we faced the other night. It's really important to have him, and I think, again, like I said after the game, that just allowing people to move back to their normal positions gives them more of a comfort level also, and playing right tackle is different than playing left tackle, and Fawn had his best game too now. He really played well. And I don't know if that's just confidence from having Larry back and moving back to right for the majority of the game. But he played really well, as did Eric Morrison and Javon Patterson. They all did some really good things. And it's great to have him back.
You mentioned positioning of your defensive backs a little bit. Why do you think it was so much better this past week, and what were some of the issues y'all corrected there?
Well, we really limited. We ran basically 4 things instead of 14, and just made sure that our kids were going to play hard and be in the right spot. And sometimes it just clicks in the game plan, and again, maybe there's a point in time where the C.J. Hamptons and the Moore twins and Tony Bridges, the guys that have not played, Red played really well, and he's been real unsure of himself, and all of a sudden the other night he's real confident. Cam Ordway, man, in great position on 2 fade balls, and Kalo Moore. Hopefully it kind of clicked. Again, one game is hard to tell, but we picked up the tempo of practice and went good on good both Tuesday and Wednesday, which we hadn't been doing. And which one of those things was What worked last week, I'm not real sure, but we're gonna try them all again for sure.